Hey guys, today I want to talk to you about the difference between training movements versus training muscles. Most people go to the gym and they still follow this old school bodybuilding methodology of today I'm training chest, or today I'm training back, or today I'm training legs. And if you are a recreational gym goer and you're still following that type of training split, you're wasting a ton of time at the gym and you're leaving a ton of potential gains and fitness on the table by following this old school, archaic methodology that really doesn't make any sense for you. So when you go to the gym, bodybuilders, they follow this methodology of certain body parts on certain days. But a recreational gym goer does not need that much stimulus to a specific muscle group in order to see an adaptation, and you usually can't recover from the type of volume that bodybuilders did. The reason they were able to pull off these type of training splits in the 70s, 80s, 90s when they did this stuff is because most of them were on steroids. And they could then recover from these intense, massive workouts. But everybody else in the fitness industry just follows what bodybuilders used to do, and we read muscle magazines and we follow these training splits. And it's not the most effective strategy for you if your goal is just to be fit and be healthy. So there's a lot of different ways that you can put together a program. And in my next video, I'm gonna help you put together a program that's gonna be much more effective for you, and it's gonna cut the time you spend at the gym in half if you can follow this type of training split. But the first thing comes with identifying movements instead of muscles. So there's 4 major movement categories that I follow when I program for my athletes. Those are lower push, lower pull, upper push, upper pull. Very simple. The way to think about these movements is if I'm focusing on a lower push movement, these are sometimes also called knee dominant exercises. So this is going to be anything that falls into your squat, lunge, split squat type of pattern. A lower pull movement is going to be anything that falls into a hip hinge type of pattern. So we're getting minimal knee bend and we're bending only at the hips. This is going to be things like RDLs, hip thrusters, anything that involves bending and extending strictly at the hips, and therefore we're going to be working primarily glutes and hamstrings in those type of movements, whereas the knee dominant or lower push exercises still can involve glutes and hamstrings, but the primary movers tend to be glute and quad dominant versus glute and hamstring dominant. So your glutes get hammered on both ends there. As for the upper push and upper pull, an upper push exercise is very simple. Anything you're pushing away from your body. So this is going to be your bench presses, your shoulder presses, your push-ups. Those will be heavily involved with the chest, triceps, and anterior deltoids, the front of your shoulders. Any upper pull movement is going to be anything pulling towards you. So these are going to be your rows, your pull-ups, any of those type of movements, and those are going to be dominant with the lats, the rhomboids, the traps, all the muscles of your upper back and biceps. So when you think about movements in that type of way, you can maximize your time at the gym by pairing exercises together that are training different movement categories. And I'm going to help you in the next part of this video on how to put those movements together and create a training program. But a very simple way is to just pair antagonist movements together. Therefore, I can do a lower push paired with a lower pull. And I can go back and forth and do 3 sets of each one with minimal rest in between. Or what I tend to do a lot is pair a lower body with an upper body. So a lower push with an upper push, do those back and forth, lower pull, upper pull, do those back and forth. Now I have just shortened how much rest I need to take in between sets because my muscles are still recovering from the other exercise that I did. And I can go back in and get way more work done in a much less time, and I'm going to keep my heart rate up, and the metabolic effect of this workout, now I'm going to get a lot leaner and a lot more fit and burn a lot more calories during this workout session than I would have if I sat down and did 3 sets of one exercise and rest 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes in between, and then moved on to the next one. Now there's a lot of different variables that go into this. If you're a power lifter, or you're training for maximum strength, or you're training for something specific, then you're going to have to tweak these variables a little bit. But every single program that I write, whether it's the most elite athletes I work with or the most general fitness type of clients, they all follow a similar mindset methodology on movements versus muscles. In the next video, I'm going to break down how you can put some of these workouts together and how you can make this the most effective for whatever your training goals are. But the first step is getting out of this archaic bodybuilding mindset of training muscles at the gym and focusing on training movements, because that's the way your body's going to move in sport, that's the way your body's going to move in life, and this is going to be the most functional and the most effective way to train your body, get fit, and be healthy, which is most people's goal when they go to the gym.